Hey everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am finally doing another sunscreen Sunday, and it's on one of my favorite sunscreen finds this year. And that is the Bioderma Photoderm SPF50 Plus Milk High Protection Sunscreen. I'm actually almost finished this sunscreen, and I figured it's about time that I do a review on this before I fully run out of this product. It says the Photoderm Milk SPF50 Plus offers a large spectrum protection against some harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Its anti-UVA UVB filter system and its exclusive formula provide a scientifically proved high protection, non-comedogenic, will not clog pores. Other claims based on the Bioderma Canada website when I last looked at it are that it's suitable for babies, children, teens, adult, for the face and body. Smooth texture, colorless upon application, no greasy effect, no white traces, a UVA of 42, and I actually got that from the Shoppers Drug Mart website that it's a UVA of 42. Fragrance-free, paraben-free, hypoallergenic, and moisturizing. I purchased this for $27.90 Canadian dollars. This comes in a 100ml tube, and I picked this up at Shoppers Drug Mart. It's an all-chemical sunscreen, and the filters are one of the main reasons why this is in my top sunscreen picks of the year. It has 10% octocrylene, 6% tinosorb M, 5% avobenzone, and 2.5% tinosorb S. We've all heard of octocrylene and avobenzone in Western sunscreens, but the fact that it has both tinosorb M and S, which are very photostable filters that have very good UVA protection, and the fact that you could purchase this so easily over the counter at your local Shoppers Drug Mart or Rexall is incredible. As you can hear, this is quite a liquidy sunscreen, and it comes in a tube packaging, and again, I don't like the packaging. For as you can see, that buildup is nasty. Here's the swatch on my hand. As you can see, it's a bit of like a thick lotion type of texture because it is still running down my hand, although very slowly. Now I'm just going to rub it into my hand. And as you can see, it's very smooth. Like, this actually doesn't feel thick at all. It feels really nice and light. It's also making my hand feel slightly more moisturized. Now, I didn't rub this in well enough, but as you can see, there is a slight cast on this hand here compared to my hand without the sunscreen. And I'm just going to rub it in a little bit more. And keep in mind, this is still like on initial application, so it doesn't look as casty now compared to my hand without it. And it actually makes my skin look more even tone. Definitely shinier on this side as well, but definitely more moisturized on this hand. As for fragrance, it's not noticeable at all unless you actually actively go like this. And even then, I can't describe what the scent is. It's not unpleasant. It's not overly industrial chemically smelling. I would say there is like maybe a slight sour type of smell to it, but it doesn't smell rotten or anything like that. But again, it's not a noticeable scent at all when I apply it on my face. When I apply it on my face, I actually try to apply it in 2 separate layers, and I find by doing this, it glides on the skin very easily and it feels nice and light. And as you can see on initial application, there looks like there's a cast going on. But as you can see in the clip, 10 to 15 minutes later, the cast subsided and I actually noticed the undertone in my skin still. After waiting the 10 to 15 minutes, I definitely noticed my skin looks a lot shinier, but it also looks a bit more even tone. In terms of the feel, it almost feels like I added an extra moisturizer onto my skin, but this is definitely not as rich as the Bioderma Atoderm Intensive Balm that I use. That one is very rich, whereas this one, it feels like it just leaves a nice moisturized layer on top of the skin. This has no waterproof claims on the packaging here. It says apply generously prior to sun exposure, reapply as needed or after swimming, towel drying, perspiring heavily, and washing. For extra skin benefits, like I mentioned prior in terms of the feel, it does feel like this adds a little bit extra moisture to my skin. But one of the bigger skin benefits I've noticed when using this sunscreen is that my pigmentation has faded significantly. In my current skincare routine, I am using azelaic acid and Different, and I find both of those in my routine have actually helped lighten any pigmentation I have on my face. But in the summertime, I do freckle a lot, and actually on the top part of my cheeks right here, I am noticing some residual pigmentation. And for the women in my family, I've noticed this is the spot right here where they have received age spots. But while using this in the summer, I actually noticed this never darkened at all, and I never even got any freckles. And usually all the freckles are around my nose, and I haven't seen any this year. This is an uneducated guess, but my assumption is because there is some silicone in this product, it does make my skin look smoother. And I also don't find this emphasizes any texture on my skin at all, especially my large pores right here and on my forehead. I find that texture never comes to the forefront when I use this foundation. If anything, it looks slightly subsided, not blurring, but subsided. In terms of makeup, in the summertime, what I did was mostly mix a primer with that Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy just to give myself a little bit of a tint. But right now I am wearing this product underneath a foundation. I am wearing MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation in the color NC20. I didn't go in with my Tatcha primer. I just went in right away with the foundation after waiting the 10 to 15 minutes and powdered a little bit in my T-zone. And I really like how my skin looks right now. I believe I have tried the It Cosmetics CC cream with this product as well, and I never noticed it disrupting my makeup at all. So for the overall pros for this sunscreen, first point is the high UVA protection. This is formulated with some highly sought after photostable filters that is not easily found in the Western market, especially for those of you that live in the US. So for those of us that are Canadian or live close to the Canadian border, this is very easy to get at a local Rexall or Shoppers Drug Mart store. Also, another pro is I find it a great amount for the price. I mean, 100 mils for less than $30 is really good. They have this product in one of those large spray bottles, so I don't know if the formula is slightly different from this, so I was thinking of checking that out just because it comes in a larger amount. I also like that I could use this both on my face and body. I don't find this a greasy product at all despite its moisturizing effect. And another pro is actually that despite it being an all-chemical sunscreen, this does not sting my eyes at all. One of the biggest cons for this product, like I mentioned, is the fact that it can produce a cast. Although today it looked like it didn't give me that much of a cast, for good measure, I still like going in with some type of complexion makeup product. I feel like even with a sheer foundation, the cast on this is still fairly easy to cover. Another con, and it kind of depends on what your skin type is like, but this does produce quite a bit of shine. Not just my face, on my body as well. So for those of you that are oily skin and tend to stay away from shinier products, just keep in mind when you use this. I would say a better option for those of you with oily skin for a high SPF and UVA protecting product is the Roche-Posay Anthelios lotion. Not the one that's tinted, but the regular one. That one is an all chemical filter sunscreen, and I find it does produce a bit more of a matte finish, so I think you'd like that better than this one. Overall, despite the cast and the shine it gives, this sunscreen has been one of my favorite sunscreens to date, and you'll definitely be seeing this in my Best of Beauty Skincare Edition roundup. And that is it for this Sunscreen Sunday. I do hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel down below for future videos, leave a comment if you have any questions or recommendations, and I'll see you all soon. Ciao.